Okay, here's what I've come up with so far. I took a piece of oak and I rounded it so that this will fit up in here. I'm going to put that up in there and glue it. You'll notice that I put this on the belt sander and kind of squared it off here so it doesn't have all those weird angles on it. This is a piece of ebony, fretboard material, but it's actually, I don't know, it's questionable whether I could ever actually use that for a fretboard. It's got some weird grain stuff going on in it. So I took and kind of worked it on the grinder so that it fits right here. And then what I can do is I can kind of come back here and cut around the edges and shape it to go into place there. If need be, I can put another layer of this same thing right behind it if I need to make it a hair deeper or whatever you want to call it, to fill in the gap right here. That's a good hardwood right there, and the oak is good hardwood, so it'll serve as a really good filler to fill up this hole and to square off the bottom of this neck. And then when I get through, I can take the same piece of ebony, cut me a new heel cap back here to tie the whole thing together on the bottom, which will give me even a little bit more strength. So with that said, I'm going to glue this piece in and let it get dry first. Then I'll cut it off, and then I'll shape the piece of ebony and glue it on there, and then I'll maybe shape another piece to go behind it, and then shape me a heel, and then recurve it. It's got a little curve in it right here to fit the pot. Once that's done, I'll probably hold off on doing anything else until I put the fifth string bridge on here, and then I'll mount this to the neck there, and then we'll go from there. String it up and play it, I guess, after that. Okay, here the neck is with the piece of oak wedged in the back and glued and ground off smooth. And then I've marked the piece of ebony here like such, and I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to make sure I've shaped it very carefully before I put it on there, because I don't want to grind it on the neck, because I don't want to grind the old finish off the neck. This actually has a pretty nice finish on here, and I'd like to keep the old original finish, because you can never really put a finish back on an instrument as good as the original one. So I will carefully cut this and then maybe work the edges on the sander and then fit it, and then once I'm satisfied that it fits on there good, I'll glue that also, and then we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back and look at it some more. Okay, here we are again, and I've worked this piece so that it fits on there just about perfectly. I'm going to glue that into place. The only thing that might not be perfect is this angle right here, but what I can do, because I'm going to put a piece over this, is once I get this on here, I can set that on the belt grinder and just grind over the whole thing, because I'm going to put another piece of ebony on top to glue that down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this in place and then let it sit, and then come back when it's dry and we'll go from there. Okay, there she sits. She's all glued up and with the little extra piece in place there, and I'm not going to touch it for a few days. I'm going to sit it right here, and it'll still be sitting here, and I get another day off, and then I'll come back to that, and we'll follow up with it from there.